Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we unpack your sources to get you those key insights, kind of shortcutting you to being really well informed. Today, we're diving into something, well, pretty unique. A challenge our sources called, judging a wrestling match between a firecracker and a cloud.
Yeah, it's a great description. How do you compare things that are just worlds apart?
Exactly. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to unpack the sensory stuff, the judgments, which were surprising, and figure out what makes an unexpected winner when, the rules aren't exactly clear.
It's a really fascinating look at perception, isn't it? I mean, the sources get right into how our expectations totally shape the experience. So this deep dive, it's based on these sources talking about a food competition, basically, with these two unlikely champions, Pablo and Kelso.
Pablo and Kelso, right. And their snack picks got put to the test.
Exactly. It's kind of fun, actually. It shows how you can find some really interesting stuff in, the most unexpected corners.
It really does. And it kind of forces you to question, what you expect from a snack. So, okay, we've got this set up for delightful chaos, as you said. Who were Pablo and Kelso? What did they pick?
Okay, so first up, Pablo's choice. The blazing fried chicken Pringles. Even just reading about it, you could almost feel the anticipation, hearing that can pop open.
Oh, yeah, pop, definitely. And then the complete opposite. Kelso picked the Airheads Mystery Flavour, just that plain white bar, total enigma, right? The chameleon of the candy aisle, as they put it. Okay, let's unpack this. How do you even begin to compare something that's all about this, like fiery punch, with something else that's just designed to confuse you, but in a fun way?
Well, and that's what's so interesting, right? It's not just about the snacks themselves. It's about the whole experience of eating them. That experience shapes how you perceive their quote-unquote value in a weird battle like this one. It wasn't just taste. It was almost psychological.
Okay, so let's start with Pablo's pick, the blazing Pringles. That first smell, when the can opens, they said it definitely smells red. You know that smell.
Oh, yeah. That generic hot flavor dust smell.
Exactly. With maybe a tiny hint of something savory underneath. But yeah, less actual fried chicken and more like angry paprika. Aggressive paprika.
Definitely more about the spice than the chicken.
For sure. And the heat.
Oh, it hits you immediately. It's not like a slow build. It's a right hook, straight to the tongue.
Yeah.
They rated the blaze factor pretty high, actually, a solid 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, it lives up to the name. Blazing, for sure.
Okay, 7.5, that's respectably hot. But the fried chicken part, what about that?
Well, that was a bit more elusive. Sources were kind of searching for it. Someone joked about maybe a chicken walked past the factory once.
Right. So not exactly prominent then.
No. It was described more as just a general kind of salty umami flavor, that savory thing that makes you want another chip.
Gotcha. So the fried chicken aspect itself only got, a 3 out of 10?
Yeah, about that. Like a whisper, really, when you expected a shout.
Interesting. So overall...
Well, as a spicy chip, they said it was incredibly snackable. Pringles just are. The sources called it a destination. Spiceville. It's just this one powerful note, but it does that note really, really well. Brute force attack, basically.
A brute force attack. I like that. So Pablo definitely delivered heat. Good taste in heat, clearly. He gave exactly what the tin promised. But here's where it gets really interesting, right? That very specific delivery, that might have been its weakness in this kind of weird matchup.
Exactly. Because the Pringles like one thing, a destination. But Kelso's choice.
Right.
That was a journey.
Right. So you cleanse the palate.
Yep. Got to reset after Spiceville.
And then you head into the unknown, Kelso's wild card.
The mystery. You hear that crinkly candy wrap?
Yeah, that distinct sound.
Yeah.
And you've got maybe the normal Airheads pack, but you're zoning in on just that plain white one. No color. And they said, what? No smell either.
Pretty much. Yeah. A blank slate, which just makes it more intriguing, right? One source said it was like Kelso's personality in candy form. You just don't know what you're going to get.
That's good. Okay, so what happens when you actually taste it? What's the flavor journey like?
Oh, it's wild. A total chameleon. The sources describe guessing, is this cherry and lime? No, wait, is that pineapple?
So it keeps changing on you?
Yeah. Then it shifts again, maybe towards wild berry and cotton candy. It's sweet, it's definitely tangy, but it's just confusing. But in a good way, a delightful way.
It makes you work for it. Like those jelly beans where you had to guess the flavor. It's not just eating. It's like a little game.
Exactly. You're engaging with it differently. And the texture is just classic Airhead,
Chewy.
Yeah, chewy. Maybe a little tough right at the start, but then it just kind of melts. So it's a completely different experience from the Pringles. If the Pringles were Spiceville.
The Airhead is.
A road trip with no map.
Yeah.
Pure, joyful confusion. A puzzle for your mouth.
Less snack, more. Interactive experience. Clever, almost.
And this is where it gets bigger than just snacks, right? Our sources kind of suggest the brain likes that novelty. That maybe an undefined thing can be more engaging than even something perfectly delivered, if that makes sense. Like, are we just wired to prefer the journey sometimes?
Which brings us right to the judgment call, because it sounds tough.
Yeah, they admitted it was difficult. You've got the blazing Pringles, boom, delivers on heat, uncompromising. That single powerful experience.
Brute force.
Right. And then the Airhead, which delivers, well, delightful confusion, a playful mystery. It's an experience you spend the whole time guessing.
So it's about how you interact with it.
Totally. And that's why the mystery Airhead won. The sources pointed to the fun factor, the interactivity, that constant guessing. It makes you think more, you know. The Pringle was brute force. The Airhead was called more clever.
Like a short story versus a punch?
Yeah, kind of like that. So the winner, officially, the Airheads choose mystery flavor.
Wow. Okay, so what's the big takeaway here? What does it all mean?
Well, I guess it means sometimes the thing you remember most isn't the perfect execution of a clear promise, but the experience that takes you on this, like, confusing but really engaging ride. It kind of messes with our idea of what winning even is.
Yeah, it really does.
And it brings up a bigger question, doesn't it? Like, in a world where everything is so defined, products tell you exactly what they are. What's the actual value of something deliberately mysterious? An enigma. What's that say about us, about what we find appealing?
That is a great question to chew on, pardon the pun.
Nice.
But yeah, this whole battle, this win for the mystery candy, it shows how subjective things are, how interactivity, even that fun confusion, can sometimes beat out just straightforward delivery.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? How often do you pick the experience, the journey, over just getting to the destination? Not just with snacks, obviously, but maybe with learning something new or entertainment, even solving problems.
Yeah.
What's this whole foodie battle really telling us about what grabs our attention, what sparks our imagination?
Deep thoughts prompted by candy and chips. If you actually want to see the champions, Pablo and Kelso, doing their thing, the sources mentioned a YouTube channel called Bird's Eye Bistro. Apparently there's more culinary chaos over there.
Sounds entertaining. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll look forward to digging into more sources with you next time.
Stay hungry.